In this lesson, we are going to finish building the assembly that we started in the previous lesson. Now, in the previous lesson, we inserted components 1, 2, and 3 and mated them according to the directions. Now we need to insert item number 4, the hypobody, and item 5, the needle, and mate them according to the remaining directions. So step 3 is where we are at, and it says the hypobody, item number 4, is concentric and flush to the syringe body, item number 1, and there's no clearance. Now looking at this view, the concentric mate makes sense. However, the flush does not. So let's take a look at the next view, and I do see, looking at the section view, that we do have a vertical line here. So that may be the flush mate the directions are referring to. I think we'll know more once we see the actual hypobody part. So let's return to the previous screen and then go into SolidWorks and insert the component hypobody. I'll bring that into the assembly, place it near the end of the syringe body, and if I place the cursor above the body and I hold down the shift key and the right mouse button, I can rotate that component. Now, it may be easier if we make this component transparent. So if I left mouse click on the component, I can change the transparency. Let's go ahead and rotate the assembly. And I am going to begin with what I believe is the easier of the two mates, the concentric mate. I am going to select mate, and then I will select the inside face of the hole in the very end of this hypobody, and this circular edge, verify concentric, and then select the green check mark. Now we need to apply the coincident mate. In looking at these two components, I believe the coincident mate should be between this face and the end face of the syringe body. So I'm going to select this face and then rotate the model and select the inside face of the hypobody. Now notice I can't select it. So how do we get access to it? Well, this is what you need to remember for the CSWA certification exam. When you cannot get access to a certain feature, you can right mouse click. A menu pops up, and then you want to choose Select Other. Once you select it, notice you have a window here with items listed in it. The first face you can see highlighted. That's not the face I'm looking for. The second face is, and let's just see what the third face is, and obviously that's not the face. Another way you can work through these faces is by hitting the Tab key. And notice by tapping the Tab key, you can toggle between the faces. I'm going to select the correct face, verify coincident, and then select the green check mark. And now we have the hypobody mated correctly to the syringe body. Returning to the directions, number 4 says the needle 5 is concentric and flush to the hypobody, and there's no clearance. So let's take a look at the next screen. And the concentric does make sense. And I believe the flush will make sense once we see both components. So let's go back to the previous screen and then into SolidWorks. And now we'll insert the needle. Place the needle near the end of the assembly. Select mate. And we will apply the concentric mate first. And I want to select the inside face of this hole. And I'm going to zoom out a bit. It looks like the needle is flipped in the wrong direction. So I am going to choose Flip Mate Alignment. And that looks much better. Select the green check mark. And now the flush mate, which is coincident, seems like the face of the needle. And this face here, this circular edge, should be flush to one another. So I'm going to go ahead and select the face of the needle. And then rotate the model and select this circular edge. Notice I cannot get to it, so once again I'm going to right mouse click, select Other. There we go, there's the edge. Verify coincident, select the green check mark, close out of mates, Let's go ahead and fit this to the screen, place it in a pictorial view, and now we have the syringe assembled.